little bit like, why is she even going into this car, and why are we talking about a spear gun when there's a missing gecko? And I think you did a nice job of coming back and tying in, well, of course, the spear is a dangerous thing to have on campus, and she had to react in order to keep everyone at the school safe. So really nice job from each of you.
I too echo the comments, starting with the appellants. First, your ability to articulate these legal concepts. And I think one of the justices here was trying to trip you up when they were talking about, you know, reasonable suspicion versus probable cause, which many lawyers still confuse. So good for you as a high school student that you're able to distinguish it. Your ability to stand firm also in listening and digesting. I noticed, and I know that how that can throw you off, but you stood your ground and you were able to also quickly articulate these complicated thoughts. So well done, and similar. So that's for Ms. Abal and Ms. Taitano and Ms. Zhang. I think, Ms. Zhang, you were very forceful. You were adamant and you stood your ground. So I think every client would love to have you as counsel, being so zealous and all. I think one of the things that I did notice is you're relying on your notes for both yourself, and I thought, okay, be careful with that, because once you're into the championship round, that may be a factor. But overall, your grasp of the law is also commendable, and no wonder why you're here in the championship round. Congratulations.
I am really amazed by the performance and the level of your performance in this competition. Oral argument basically is for the benefit of the justices. It is your time to educate the justices about the facts and the law. It's your chance to educate us. And so today we get straight facts and straight letter of the law, and I think that is a good skill. Keep it up.
Both sides did a great job, like what the other judges have mentioned. And as I mentioned in my opening, at the other side of the courthouse, I was really mad at the professor when I went to the Jesup International Moot Court competition. 15 minutes into my opening statement at that time, the professor kept pulling his beard down like this, and they said, ho, counsel, I'm reading over here. You're from a British Commonwealth, and how come your accent is American? He threw me off. So I said, yes, Your Honor, I am from the Northern Mariana Islands. And, oh, you're from Saipan? I said, yes, Your Honor. And then he said, are you familiar with the Weapons Control Act of the Trust Territory of the Pacific Islands? I said, yes. I was the one who drafted that statute. He was here. That's how small this world. Then he said, go ahead. You know what? I forgot where I left off, and I cannot pick it up again. He threw me off. So that's why I threw that question to you about anti-gun. But you came right back. You did better than me. We're not talking about anti-gun in this case. We're talking about an old spear. So anyway, and for this side of the fence also, all the answers that I listened carefully to the questions and the answers that you gave, you did better than me to respond. You don't freak out, you find an answer to the question, and that's what's going to happen on the national level. Don't be thrown off. Focus on the facts of that case. And even they told you about Jupiter and Mars, just come back in to the facts of the case. That's all I have, Your Honor. And Judy's back.
There's Judy. That's the Judy.
Yes, Your Honor, shortly. About a few minutes, we'll go ahead and get started in the award ceremony. We'll go ahead and just move some things around.
We're going to be announcing. Where's Sonia? Drum roll.
While we're waiting for the scores to come up, just a little teaching moment here. So the spear that is a part of the program here, in Chamorro, they call that tokcha, Tokcha, tokcha aguihan. That is still a useful fishing tool that they use in Rota nowadays. And they use it basically inside the lagoon and on the reef. You just, especially if the tide is low, you go on the reef and you just push it down, stick it into the fish, and bring food home for the next day.
Oh, Joe. Yeah. Joe?
What's the liner? Make sure you don't pull it out from the ground.
While the comments are being still receiving the orientation, can I just say, I'm so proud that we got 4 women out here. Yeah. When I first sat down and I looked out, my heart's like, yes. I was here in the Superior Court all alone for 8 years as a Superior Court judge, so that was a change. And then moving to the District Court, thank goodness Judge Kennedy joined me, but seeing the young talent that's coming through, and I see more women, I'm just very proud of each one of you to get this far. So it's a win-win for me in that regards.
Well, here in the judiciary, we have more female staff than male staff.
Ah, oh wait,
Our Director of Courts.
Director of Courts?
Part of the Supreme Court.
That's true.
But anyway, before we start the ceremony, I know that you're from the same high school, Marinas High School, Go Dolphins. Once we have a winner or a champion, you're not from Marinas High School, you're from the Supreme Court or the Northern Marianas. You're the Northern Marianas team, okay? And there's going to be very high expectations for the winning team and the alternates, of course. So it's going to be a lot of hard work, intense work, because if you look at the national problem, a lot of pages to read and cases to breathe. So I hope that you will find the balance between schoolwork and this competition, but I assure you it's going to be one of the most rewarding high school experiences that you will go through. But again, you are the Supreme Court and the Northern Marianas team, not Marinas High School. Okay?
How many seniors in the group here? 0 seniors?
What-
Wow.
What's your,
I'm pretty sure we're all juniors.
4 juniors.
Oh, wait.
Good job.
all right, so we will begin with our Director of Court, Sonia Camacho.
Good morning.
Morning still.
It is my pleasure to welcome to you again to the Supreme Court courtroom here at the Guma Justicia in Walawiwe, the House of Justice, for this 2023 Northern Mariana Islands High School Moot Court Competition Awards Ceremony. We celebrate our students and the schools as we highlight this inaugural hosting of this prestigious event. We just completed the championship round, which took place at 10 a.m. in the Supreme Court, and this was a culmination of efforts from the past 10 weeks. Was it 10 weeks? Did it feel longer? Yes. Wherein 18 students from across the Commonwealth honed their courtroom advocacy skills by attending workshops, drafting legal briefs, and practicing their analytical skills in a court of appeals. We are so proud of you. Ultimately, the top 2 teams from Marinas High School presented arguments in the mock case, Sablan v. Anatahan High School. In this case, a school official discovered an antique fishing spear during an unconsented search of a student's truck. The competitors tackled 2 legal questions: whether the search violated the 4th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, and if the fishing spear qualifies as a dangerous or deadly weapon. Students argued before the following honorable volunteer justices: Chief Justice Alexander C. Castro of the CNMI Supreme Court, Justice John Manglonia of the CNMI Supreme Court, Justice Perry Enos of the CNMI Supreme Court, Chief Judge Ramona V. Manglonia of the U.S. District Court for the NMI, and Magistrate Judge and Clerk of Court Heather Kennedy, also from the U.S. District Court for the NMI. We are now beginning this awards ceremony. Lastly, I just want to remind everyone that this ceremony is being recorded, as was the competition itself, and it continues to be live streamed on the on the Moot Court's Facebook page, on the CNMI Judiciary's page. For those of you who just joined us, restrooms are located on both sets of the double doors at the back, the right of the atrium stairwell, and official photos will be taken during and immediately following the ceremony. We ask our students, coaches, and all of our justices to please remain after the ceremony for those photos. And now we'd like to acknowledge the presence of our dignitaries and other honored guests for those that are listening in or watching on our live stream. The honorable members of the Supreme Court are Chief Justice Alexander Castro, Associate Justice John Manglonia, Associate Justice Perry Enos, the Honorable Ramona V. Manglonia, Chief Judge of the U.S. District Court for the NMI, and Heather Kennedy, Magistrate Judge and Clerk for the U.S. District Court for the NMI, Dr. Bobby Cruz, representing our Acting Commissioner and Interim Commissioner Donna M. Flores of the CNMI Public School System, and Ms. Jacqueline Che, the PSS Federal Programs Officer. We also would like to highlight that we had Senator Donald Manglonia, who was with us earlier, and Macy B. Tenorio, member of the State Board of Education, who joined us earlier as well. We also welcome our school administrators, team coaches, advisors, parents, and our students, and our judiciary personnel. And now I'd like to call on Dr. Bobby Cruz for his remarks.
Chief Justice Castro, Justices Manglonia and Enos, District Court Chief Judge Manglonia, and Magistrate Judge Kennedy, Hafade, and Lesa Mamwai. Good morning to distinguished guests and also members of the public joining us today, and a very special welcome to the students and also their families. The court is a place of reverence and also formality, so I always feel a little bit nervous here. I do a lot of public speaking, but for whatever reason in this space, I just feel like I'm not sure how to act. So yesterday when they asked me to give some remarks, I sent a message to my mentor, who also happens to be a judge, and I said, hey, Judge, how do I appropriately acknowledge the justices and judges? And she responded by saying, why? And I said, well, obviously I want to make sure that I show them respect. They're honorable members of the community, and I just want to make sure that I show up and I do right by them. And she goes, her response was funny. I read the text message and it said, Dalai, they don't care, they know who they are, and we all know who they are. Just get on with it and celebrate the students. So I will honor Judge KT's advisement, and I will just cross my fingers that your honors will not send me a text message later rebuking me. Okay, so I want to say that congratulations, students, for your fortitude, for standing and delivering in front of these justices and judges with their robes. They look far more intimidating than the Volturi of Twilight, and I'm here quivering. I'm terrified in their presence, and I've been invited to speak in this space, and I've done nothing wrong, but I'm scared. But you all did no such thing. You approached your podiums, and you eloquently delivered phenomenal oral arguments. And your oral arguments could compete with like practicing attorneys throughout the CNMI. And you delivered these oral arguments before some of the best legal minds in our Marianas. And today I was sitting there thinking, wow, these are our students. And it made me very, very proud. So I want to say congratulations. And you know, I was watching you all here and I was thinking, how do you do it? Like, how do you stand up here? You're so prepared, you've done all the studying, but yet you utter 3 words and then you just get interrupted, right, by these experienced legal experts. I mean, how do you manage to get interrupted and then somehow, like, they pose all these very complex and dynamic legal questions, and somehow you have to make sense of what's being asked of you while, trying to manage your nerves, and then reach into this repository of knowledge, and then somehow very quickly formulate a response, an articulate response, a precise response in defense of your position. Like, that is crazy. I don't know if human beings are designed to do this kind of thing, right? But you did so, I mean, you did so well. And so that is next level, higher order stuff, and I'm so impressed. And honestly, I'm so confusingly impressed by how some of you are just so confident. You boldly take up so much space in this revered house of justice. It almost seems rude to me, but that's just amazing. Like, watching you all sit in these seats and face this distinguished panel of judges and perform. It really is inspiring, and to be honest, I'm a little bit jealous, but also so very proud. And I can tell you that as a PSS official and former school administrator, I will be walking away from this experience with a tremendous sense of pride, but also a tremendous sense of worry and concern. I'm going to be calling the PSS legal counsels, and I'm going to be telling them we need to shore up our regulations because I don't want to be mooted by you brilliant minds. So I know that we will be refining our definitions within our regulations to make sure that it's clear what dangerous weaponry means within a school setting. So we'll be doing that, and then we'll also make sure that all of the 1,000 PSS employees, they're going to undergo appropriate search and seizure training, like tomorrow. So thank you for the additional work that we're all going to have to do this afternoon. So we're very concerned, but also very proud. On a serious note, so very proud of and really looking forward to the amazing work that your generation will do to challenge the status quo. And how you're going to use your critical thought, your guts, and your guile to just usher in higher levels of legal excellence and just promote positive social change within our home islands. It's very exciting. And on a final note, on behalf of the Sinai Public School System and our Interim Commissioner of Education, Donna Flores, I would like to send an undang lunas Jesus Masi to the Supreme Court. This program it's next level, it is life-changing, and it is beyond the scope of the public school system. And so your partnership is something that we value tremendously. So thank you very much for continuing to champion public education. We really appreciate it. Congratulations for a very successful inaugural moot court exercise. Thank you, and Jesus Masi.
Thank you, Dr. Bobby Cruz, and of course, thank you so much to our PSS system. And now I'd like to call on another person from PSS, Jackie Che, their Federal Programs Officer, just for some brief remarks.
Thank you. I did not expect to give any remarks today, but wanted to thank the judges and our schools, both public and private, all of you up here, our coaches. Thank you so much for taking your time to mentor our students, and also to Miss Judy. Just a little backstory. Miss Judy has been such a champion for the moot court. I think it's early this year she reached out and followed up with our staff, with Ms. Milicia and Nicholas, and she said, we gotta make this happen. And we were a little, we had second thoughts. We thought about, we already have a mock trial. What is a moot court? So she really championed making this happen for all of you. So I wanted to thank you for making sure this happened, and we are here to support you. Like Dr. Bobby said, PSS is here. We thank our judges, we thank the court for giving our students an opportunity. And as you compete, whoever's a champion, as you compete, you will know that the entire CNMI is going to be rooting for you. Public school, private school, the court. And if you don't win the championship today, it's not the end of the world. You should be very proud, right? Very proud that you made it to this level. 10, 15 years ago when we were in high school, we never had this opportunity. So Dr. Bobby and I were saying, wow, if only we had this opportunity back then. Who knows, we may be legal counsels or judges by now, right? But you have that chance. So congratulations, and thank you so much to everyone who made this possible.
Thank you, Jackie Che from PSS. It's time. I'd like to refer you to your programs. We will go in the order of presentation. As we proceed, we begin with the certificates, and then we will go on to our champion. Okay? As I call you for this for this first presentation, as I call your name, please come up. And I'd like to introduce to you our law clerks, Patrick Quimby, Paige Union, and Nathan Ford. Pick up your certificates from them, go up and greet the justices, and then come back down here for our group photo. So for the certificates of completion, this is for all teams who competed in the preliminary rounds of the MOOT court competition, and they will receive a certificate noting their commitment to the program and betterment of their advocacy skills. From Dr. Rita H. Enos Junior Senior High School, Kaden Mangona and Janara Mejia. From Marinas High School, Savannah Flores, Princess Hibar, Zendrix Janda, Yejin Song, Julia Taitano, and Jenny Zhang. From Saipan International School, Mimi Kump, Scarlett Kim, William Lee, Charlie Lee, Hestina Park, Eileen Park, Ian Song, Libby Tom, Jackie Zhang, Michael Zhou. We'd like to ask the coaches and school administrators to please join us if you're present. Please move up. Make 2 rows and kind of, yes. Judges, coaches, school administrators, Dr. Bobby and Miss Jackie. This is our inaugural moot court competition, so we would please like to have captured everybody in the photo. I'd also like to recognize that the MHS principal, Jonathan Unken, is present with us here today. Thank you. Okay, students, what's the next award? Best Brief. So, as I call on you, if you can please come up and receive your awards and do the same, and then come back down for the photo, and we'd like to ask your coaches and appropriate school administrators at that time as well. So for the Best Brief, we have Princess Habal and Julia Taitano from Marinas High School. This award is presented to the team with the best written brief as judged blindly by the MOOT Court tournament organizers. All teams submitted a written brief of their arguments in November. The winning team's brief was the most persuasive, effectively crafting unique arguments on behalf of their teams while applying skills developed throughout the MOOT Court program and correcting using case law to support their positions. We can get our school administrators, and I'd like to ask the photographers to please stay by the bar. Thank you. Come on up. Coach and Dr. Cruz and Jackie, please come up. Please, this is our inaugural event. We would like to capture. Our bench members, please stand. Hold on, boy. Hold on, boy. One more. Hold on. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you and congratulations. Okay. Our next award, if I can ask to please, yeah, there's others behind you. Thank you. Our next award is the Oral Advocate Honorable Mention. This goes to Appellant Zengix Janda from Marinas High School and Appellee Hestina Park from Saipan International School. The Honorable Mention Awards are awarded to the top individual competitors in the preliminary round, one for each of the appellant and appellees. I'd like to ask for the judges, the coaches, the school administrators to please come up. Congratulations. And now for our Best Oral Advocate, Appellant Princess Habal, Marinas High School, and Appellee Jenny Zhang, Marinas High School. The Best Oral Advocate medal is presented to the individual participant who presented the best oral arguments in the semifinal and final rounds of the competition, as scored on their ballots by the justices. One award will be presented each to the top competitor from the appellant and appellee. Okay, go ahead and go ahead. Hold on, please hold. We have the coach. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you. And now for our semi-finalists, we would like to recognize them: Mimi Cope and Libby Tom from Saipan International School, Irene Park and Michael Zoe from Saipan International School. These are the teams who moved on from the preliminary rounds but did not advance to the championship. They will be awarded medals commending their admirable performance during the first day of the competition. There you go. And our finalists: Princess Habang and Julia Taitano, Marinas High School; Yejin Song and Jenny Zhang from Marinas High School. These are the teams that are awarded the trophies of the Scales of Justice in recognition of their exemplary performance and advancement to the final round of the competition. Congratulations and thank you.
Just as a note, we will lend this Lady Justice to the school for just about a week or a month, and then we're going to display it here in the Gumostisha. It will be a perpetual.
The Perpetual Championship Award, Lady Justicia, will be awarded to the prevailing team's high school. Individual team members will also receive personal trophies recognizing their achievement. The champions earn the honor of representing the Northern Mariana Islands at the regional tournament of the National Association of MOOT Court at University of California in Santa Barbara on March 2nd to the 3rd, 2024. Are we ready? Ready, ready, ready. The 2023 MOOT Court champions are Princess Habal and Julia Taitano from Marinas High School. Congratulations, and if we can get, please. To them. I'd like to call on their coach and family members to come up. There are family members in the crowd, please come up. I would like to ask the photographers to please stay by the bench. Yes, thank you. Can we have the appellees please join them? Maybe one on each side, yeah. Yeah. Mr. Woodruff, if you can switch places. There you go. Okay, there we go. Thank you, and congratulations to all of our students and judges and our participants. This concludes the award ceremony. We thank you, all of you, for joining us today here in our courtroom and online. And we thank you to the public system, the MMI Historical Society, the U.S. District Court for the MMI, members of the Bar Association who served as volunteer judges and justices, the 2023 Moot Court Steering Committee, and all judiciary personnel who contributed to the competition success. See you next year. Thank you. If all of the students can please stay back for our group photo. I'd like to ask all participants with their medals and their certificates, all judges, all family, we'd like a really huge group photo. Please come on up, all our justices. Please, yeah, justices, please stay back. Justices, we need one photo with everybody, a group photo. Yeah, Your Honor. Thank you.
We're going to have lunch for students and coaches, I guess.
Our steering committee, all of our students. I'd like for the Moot Court champions to join the members of the bench on the top. Bring your Lady Justice. Yes. Our champions up here. Oh, no, just the... You guys can come here, yeah. Yeah. They might be excited, so you can just put it on the... Next time, don't carry it, just put it here.